Alright, picture this. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a vast, sun-baked landscape, the air shimmering with heat, and the only sounds are the distant calls of birds and the low hum of a massive crowd gathering on the hillsides. It's a hot, dusty afternoon, and thousands of people have followed Jesus way out into the hills. They've left their villages, their chores, and their routines behind, all for a chance to hear him speak, to see what he might do next. They're hungry for hope, for answers. But let's be honest, they're also just plain hungry. The sun is beating down, and stomachs are starting to rumble. You can almost feel the anticipation in the air, mixed with a growing sense of discomfort. Now I'm talking families, kids, grandparents, everybody. And not a burger joint or food truck in sight. There's no marketplace nearby, no vendors selling snacks, just people, hope, and a whole lot of empty bellies. The disciples are starting to panic. They're glancing at the crowd, then at each other, realizing the problem is getting bigger by the minute. They pull Jesus aside and whisper, "Hey, we gotta send these folks home, there's no food here." Their voices are urgent, maybe even a little desperate. They're thinking about logistics, about responsibility, about how impossible this all seems. But Jesus? He just smiles. There's a calmness about him, a quiet confidence that seems to settle the air. He asks, "What do we have?" Not, "What are we missing?" but "What do we already have right here among us?" They look around and find, well, not much. People check their bags, their pockets, hoping for something, anything to offer. One kid, just one, has a little lunch. 5 loaves of bread and 2 tiny fish. That's it. It's a simple meal, probably packed by his mom that morning. Never meant to feed more than one hungry boy. I mean, come on. That wouldn't even feed the disciples, let alone a crowd. The disciples look at the small basket and shake their heads, maybe even laugh a little at the absurdity. But here's the thing. Jesus doesn't see the shortage. He sees the potential. Where others see limits, he sees opportunity. He sees a chance for something extraordinary to happen. He tells the crowd to sit down, takes that small lunch, and get this, he thanks God for it. He pauses, lifts his eyes, and offers gratitude for what's already there, no matter how small. Not for what he wishes he had, not for a miracle he hasn't seen yet, but for what's right there in his hands. It's a moment of pure trust, of believing that even the smallest gift can be enough. Then, this is where it gets wild. Jesus starts breaking the bread, passing out the fish, and it just keeps coming. The disciples keep handing out food, and somehow, there's always more to give. Somehow there's enough for everyone, not just a little bite either. People eat until they're full. The crowd that was once restless and hungry is now laughing, talking, and sharing a meal together. Kids, parents, neighbors, all chowing down, smiles everywhere. The hillside is alive with joy, and the miracle is happening right in front of their eyes. And when everyone's done, the disciples gather up 12 baskets of leftovers. That's not just enough, that's abundance, overflowing, more than anyone could have expected. That's more than they started with. So what's the point? Why does this story matter even today? Jesus could have sent the crowd away. He could have said, "Sorry, not enough to go around," but he didn't. He welcomed everyone, no matter how little they brought. He used what little they had and turned it into more than enough. He showed that with faith, even the smallest offering can become something incredible. Maybe today you feel like what you've got just isn't enough. Time, energy, faith, whatever it is. Maybe you're looking at your own life and thinking, how could this possibly be enough for what I need? But if you hand it over to God, who knows what he'll do? Sometimes the smallest act of trust or kindness can spark something much bigger than you ever imagined. So next time you feel small or stretched thin, remember that hillside. Remember Jesus and the boy who gave his lunch. Remember that miracles often start with ordinary people willing to give what little they have, because sometimes your small act can feed thousands. Your willingness to share, to trust, to step forward can make a difference you can't even see yet. All it takes is trust. Trust that what you have, no matter how small, is enough for God to do something amazing.